What up, everybody? You're now tuned into the true definition of a sports fanatic. I'm your host, Brandon Lampley. And I say this all the time, but we really gonna get into it today. Yes, sir. Once again, another amazing weekend of football. The only negative about this past football weekend was that there wasn't more of it. If you are a fan of any of the teams that played on Saturday and Sunday, take a drink. I understand, heart beating out your chest. It was a rough, whether you won or whether you lost. I know it was rough. Those games had me on the edge of my seat, and I'm not a fan of any of those teams. Although I was pulling for certain teams, and I ended up going 2-2. I picked the Packers. I picked the Chiefs, but I also picked the Saints and also picked the Ravens. So hey, it is what it is, man. But we're gonna get into it. And I guess we'll start out with, I made a post on Facebook yesterday, and I talked about how the Packers are going to the Super Bowl. That's my belief. They're going to the Super Bowl. If Patrick Mahomes is healthy, the Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl as well. But the Packers are going to the Super Bowl, and I believe that because I said Brady and Brees can't throw the ball down the field. Now, the mistake I made is lumping Brady into the pot with Brees. Brees is done. That arm is cooked. Stick a fork in it. It's barbecue chicken. Serve it up with potato salad and beans, man, because it's done. You can sell it by the pound. It's cooked. But Brady he's not cooked on the level that Brees is. He's not. Now, he's not old Brady. And when I said that, I don't really want to lump those two into a pot because Brady can still play. I hope Brady comes back next year at 43. Any quarterback who wants to play into old age, as Brady has, you need to get on whatever program Brady is on. You do, if you want to last this long. But with all that being said, Brady is not himself. He's not his younger self. He has declined. This is true. It's obvious at this point. Does it mean he's bad and he can't play? No, of course not. He can still play. The man threw for 40 touchdowns? I think he led the league in deep shots and all of that. I got all of that. Got it. But one of the most staunch supporters of Brady, I'm talking about, dude, he's a Brady guy, which is Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless talked about it too. If the Saints had a legitimate quarterback, if they would have put Jameis in the game, they probably would have won the game, especially if they would have gotten a lead. Because if they would have gotten a lead, it was obvious Brady was not going to be able to bring the Bucs back because he can't push the ball down the field consistently like he used to. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, snap. My bad. Y'all got comments. My bad. Chiefs Kingdom. Sam Tim. Hey, yeah, man. See, I have a feeling Bucs going to beat the Packers. They could. Yo, Mario, what's up, cuz? Hey, we got to get up, man. I ain't seen. We'll talk about it. I'll inbox you. Packers going to beat the Chiefs if they establish the run. That's where the Browns messed up. Dude, 13 carries for Nick Chubb, who averages over 5 yards a carry and gets better as the game goes along. And then Kareem Hunt only had 6 touches. Oh, my God. You are correct, Car. You are correct. Jakar Johnson, we shut down the Browns' run game early. Yeah, but they still went away from it too soon, Sam Tim. They did. They should have kept running the football. That game wasn't out of reach for them at any point. They should have continued to run the football. But back to Brady. I'm telling you right now, for all those your Bucs fans or your Brady fans, put your Buccaneers jersey down, put your 12 jersey down. And listen, Brady is good enough to win the Super Bowl right now. Yes, he is. But their game plan was incredibly vanilla. 1 catch by Mike Evans, 1 catch by Gronkowski, 1 catch by AB. Your leading receiver was a running back, Leonard Fournette, with 5 catches. That's game manager style. But Brady's smart and he understood. Don't turn the ball over. If you don't turn the ball over, you take the juice out of the Saints because Brees can't throw. Easy. That's easy, man. Easy. But I'm going to share to a few groups real quick. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me and being patient. Let's see for the Jags. Run your mouth. You see, they started to establish it late, but it was too late by then. Sam 10, they could have kept running the football. Dude, it was a one-score game. I run the football, man. I do. Chubb came out in the third toting the rock. Yeah. Chubb toted the rock, man. Chubb toted the rock. Let's see. Let's talk under the tree. See, I'm going to do a few now, and then I'll do a few later because I got way more now than I used to have to share to. And let's see. All right, I'll do one more, and then I'll say the rest for later. All right, let's continue. So that was Brady and Brees. Talked about the Saints. Talked about Brees. Now let's get on to, is Patrick Mahomes going to be able to play? Because if he can't play, Bills are going to the Super Bowls. Say, and the Browns would have won if it wasn't for the Higgins touchback. Dude, I hate that rule. I hate that. That's one of the worst rules in all of sports. Why in the world, if you fumble the ball and it goes into the end zone, does it go to the other team and they get it on the 20? I don't understand that rule. They need to take that rule out, because if you fumble it on the 1 and it goes out of bounds, you retain it. So why does the other team get it once it goes into the end zone? I don't get that, man. I don't. Chiefs defense stood strong on the Browns last year. Yeah, you don't win this game without the Chiefs defense, Sam Tim. You don't. Hey, and Dirty Dan should have been flagged. Hands down. They didn't get him. It is what it is, part of the game. But he should have been flagged. But Baker Mayfield, man, is he's taking steps. I just told you, Baker can play. He's just inconsistent. He's inconsistent. He doesn't turn the ball over a lot. It's just on routine throws. Dude looks pedestrian from time to time. He doesn't look like an elite quarterback. He doesn't. He played well in spots from time to time. Now, these last couple of weeks, he's played well. I think he was the second highest rated quarterback by Pro Football Focus for the entire playoffs so far. And that's a testament to the team they put around him. That offensive line for the Browns is top notch. That's one of the best lines in the league. You got 2 great backs. You got great receivers. They have to shore up that defense because it's Myles Garrett and seemingly a bunch of guys. Taki can play. Say a case could be made. Hashtag Dirty Dan. Yeah, a case could be made, but hey, that's part of the game, man. It's part of the game. No crying because there's missed calls all throughout the game. And we know the refs do makeup calls. We know this, man. Say anything is possible. Oh, man, when Chad Henne threw that duck up into the end zone, I said, that's the Chad Henne we know. But then he settled down. He ran the offense. And Andy Reid with the cojones, Andy Reid with the play of the year. Like, I did not expect that, man. And I know the Browns did not expect that. You got your backup quarterback in. You're going for it on 4th down and 4th and short, and you run a pass play. Oh, man. Shout out to Andy Reid for sure. Shout out to Andy Reid. So let's move on. Talk about the Bills and the Ravens, which it's sad, man. Y'all know how much I love Lamar Jackson. Y'all do. And shout out to Josh Allen, man. Josh Allen, even though that offense didn't put up the points they want to put up, they put the ball in his hands, and he didn't stink up the joint. He didn't stink up the joint. Let's see. In shotgun, Sam Tim. In shotgun. Andy Reid, man. Amazing. And where was I? Oh, I was talking about Josh Allen and Lamar. Lamar is a prisoner of his offense. He is. I understand the criticism of him and his ability to pass the ball consistently. and push the ball down the field and throw accurate passes, of course. See, cue the Nesco. But Greg Roman, it's time to go, man. It's time for Greg Roman to go. Steve Smith, former Baltimore and former Carolina Panther, Baltimore Raven and Carolina Panther, said it, man. It's time for him to go. That offense is too predictable, man. It's time for him to go. And then even if you want to keep Greg Roman, you got to go get wide receivers, dude. I don't think Hollywood Brown had a catch. I mean, hey, somebody fact check me on that off the top of my head. I don't remember him having a catch. So we're talking about a pass offense that's led by a tight end. And hey, I understand that Mark Andrews, he keeps this up. He could eventually be a Hall of Famer one day because he's that good. But dude, you need wide receivers. You do. So I feel for Lamar. And Lamar has to continue to develop his passing. He's gotten better every single year, and he's going to continue to get better. And I've told you guys, man, young guys don't win championships that often. They don't. What you've been spoiled by, say, a Mahomes. You've been spoiled by a Russell Wilson. You've been spoiled by a Ben Roethlisberger. You've been spoiled by a Joe Flacco. You do know it took Peyton Manning, 8-9 years? Like, it takes time, man. It does. Young quarterbacks don't win championships like that. And when they do, you can point to the team around them being great. They have a great team. It's not a team that's necessarily all on them. It's a great team when they win titles and they're young. See, they better do everything in their power to get Devontae Smith. Hey, Devontae, Julio, if OBJ supposedly he might be available, go get OBJ. You got to go get a number one wide receiver. You do. You have to go get a number one wide receiver if you're the Ravens. So now let's moving on. Packers Rams was what it was. Aaron Rodgers, man, that's the story. The story is Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. That's the PB&J right now. Aaron Rodgers is your MVP. He's your MVP. 48 touchdowns, best season of his career. Dude is balling, man. Dude is balling. And I'm going to tell you all the Brady people who think I'm crazy about Brady's ability to throw down the field. Just watch the difference between the two when they play. Just watch the difference. If the Packers get a double-digit lead and Brady has to throw the ball to win the game, you're going to see the deficiencies in his game and how his arm has eroded over time. Doesn't mean he can't play. But he's not at the level that he was. I'm telling y'all. He was 1 for 6, 1 for 7 on throws 20 yards down the field. And yes, some of like Godwin dropped that pass. Yes, Godwin dropped that pass. It was right there. He should have caught that pass. He's had an issue with the dropsies. He should have caught that pass. But the other ones, just off the fingertips of guys, old Brady puts those right in the bread basket. And I know what he was trying to do. You're trying to put it somewhere where the defender can't get to it. See, I call them Brady people, the Brady bunch. Yeah, some of the Brady bunch was on my neck, man, because I supposedly talk down on the GOAT. Hey, I respect Brady, man. He's the greatest of all time. His legacy is cemented, just like Brees. There's nothing that those guys really could have done to make them greater than they already are. They're set in stone. Another Super Bowl would have helped Brees, but Brady, man, dude, he can go out in the blaze of glory. Let's see, Goff or Wolford? What do you mean, choosing between the two? Brady isn't at the level he was, but he can still make the throws. But you can't compare him at 43 to Rodgers today. Defense needed to win for sure. No, well, he's a quarterback, so he's going to be compared to his peers. But Brady is so great, just like a LeBron, just like a Michael Jordan, just like a Tiger Woods, just like a Roger Clemens, just like a Derek Jeter, or whoever your GOAT is in whatever sport. They're being compared to themselves because of how great they are. I compare Brady more to old Brady than any other quarterback because Brady is better than any other quarterback in the history of the game. So I'm comparing Brady to Brady, not Brady to nobody else, man. But I do get what you're saying. He can make the throws, but he can't make them consistently like he used to. I'm telling you, that was a game manager plan that they had. If Brees could play just a little bit, the Saints would have won that game because he wouldn't have turned the ball over 4 times. So you think Wolford would have made a difference? I don't know, man. I don't know. Golf is. I told you, golf is just wince, with the surfboard, legal weed, and some J's on. But I don't know. See, can Brady get a Peyton Manning Broncos Super Bowl? Well, the difference between those two right now is that Peyton Manning was Drew Brees yesterday. That's what Peyton Manning was. Peyton was running on E, son. Peyton, matter of fact, he pulling into the gas station, and as he turned the corner, the car cuts off, and he coasting to the tank. Brady was on fumes. Not Brady, but Manning was on fumes in that Broncos Super Bowl. Brady's not there yet. No. If they can manage and keep the game close and he doesn't have to come from behind, like if they go down 28-3, you can kiss it goodbye. He's not doing what he did against Atlanta. You can kiss that goodbye. That Brady is gone. I'm just saying, man, it's not hate. I know what I see with my eyes, man. I know what I see. But anyway, moving on. But like I was saying, Aaron Rodgers is your MVP. And I think it's going to be Packers over the Buccaneers because the Packers, defensively, I think they have just enough. If they can stop the run, the Bucs doesn't run the ball really, really well anyway. They don't. You had 63 from, I think, Fournette, 62 from Rojo. I mean, and that can get it done most days. But if they fall behind, it's going to be an issue. And so what the Packers got to do is the Packers have to shut down the run. And then hopefully Aaron Rodgers can get them a lead so they can pass rush. If they can do that, that's the ball game right there. And the Buccaneers defense can be had because Brees, they understood. Let's see, I agree, and I'm a Pats fan. He's not coming back like he did against the Falcons, but he will put up points. Oh yeah, he's going to put up points, man. He put up points in his sleep. He's a touchdown or two coming off the team bus. So don't get that twisted. What I'm saying about Rodgers. The one thing the Buccaneers understood very early on in that game, and they probably understood it in their first 2 matchups, Brees' arm is done. I'm talking about it's done, son. So let cover 5, too high, and we're going to blanket these receivers. Everything that Brees threw was contested. I don't remember seeing it was only a few times that guys were open that he threw the ball to. Most of them was covered. And then one of the few times that the Buccaneers defenders got beat, my man Antoine Winfield Jr. I wanted him here in Jacksonville. The kid can play just like his dad. His dad was great. The kid can play. He got beat by Jared Cook and came behind him, punched the ball out. That was the play of the game. Let's see. If Mahomes doesn't play, I think the Chiefs are in trouble against the Bills. No question. Yeah, anything is possible, but it ain't possible against the Bills. It's not. If Chad Henne beats the Bills, well, look at here, son. I'm going to be shocked. You got a complete meltdown by their defense and or Josh Allen if Chad Henne beats the Bills. You need Patrick Mahomes. But like I was saying, the Buccaneers understood Brees can't throw. But Rodgers still has every tool in his tool bag. He has every single golf club still in the bag. He can get it. He can throw it horizontally and he can throw it vertically. So he's going to challenge those corners. It was easy for them to sit on those routes because Brees can't throw over 20 yards. Not accurately. See, Bills don't have a run game. That's KC weakness. Yes, that's going to be an issue for Buffalo. Josh Allen going to have to get jiggy with those legs, man. They're going to have to manufacture a run game. They're going to short passes, screens, dump offs. They're going to have to do that because a dump off to the running back is just as good as a run. You know, the Patriots figured that out years ago. But yeah, that's going to be an issue, man. That's going to be an issue. But I think the Packers beat the Bills, and they're going to the Super Bowl. On the other side, if Patrick Mahomes plays, they should win. But if he doesn't win, the Bills are going. And I'm dying to know what his status is. Just like everybody in Kansas City, you're dying to know what Patrick Mahomes' status is. And it's crazy. I watched the hit, and the hit didn't look vicious or anything to have him knocked out of the game. It wasn't until the slow motion, and you seen it in slow motion, they do it on the replay, and he was like, ooh, yeah. That might be an issue going forward. So, man, I don't know, but hopefully he can come back and play. We'll see. But I think I covered the playoffs. I got my Super Bowl picks. Say that boy was drunk. Hey, man, he was like this. I've only seen that a few times, pretty much especially on the football field, where guys get up like that and they stumble, and they'll stumble a little bit and they'll be still walking. But man, it looked like he was doing a drunk two-step, man. I mean, he got it, dude. They knocked his lights out. He was asleep for a millisecond. He was asleep. So moving on. Let's see, what's my next topic? Let's talk about it, because I didn't get a chance to talk about it when the news dropped. And let's see, what he said. If he would have come back, would have been some fines in Kansas City. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And he wanted to come back. He wanted to come back. He was dying to get on the field. I know he was pissed the hell off that he had to sit out the rest of that game. Like they probably almost had to handcuff him to the training table, because I'm sure he wanted to get back out there on that field. But I didn't get to talk about it when the news dropped. But welcome to Duval Urban Meyer. Now, he wasn't my choice for head coach because he wasn't on the radar. I didn't even know he was interested in the NFL. I already had Eric Bieniemy. I liked Robert Saleh. Even Brian Daboll, the OC with the Bills, he was a sleeper. So I would have liked any of those guys. But, it's Urban Meyer, because when I say, and Urban Meyer's a great coach, don't get me wrong. But if Urban Meyer proves, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Because does Urban Meyer get this Jaguars job if he doesn't build a relationship with Shad Khan? Probably not. No. If he just comes to Shad Khan when they're looking for a head coach, he probably gets passed over. But he built the relationship with him. And Shad Khan likes him, obviously. So he's the guy. But one thing I can say, there's positives and there's negatives. And that's going to be with anybody you put in that position, because you just simply don't know unless they have a track record. And if the track record is good, the chance of them being available is slim to none. And Slim just died on 45th and Moncrief. He got shot. So, but with Urban, the cons with Urban is that he doesn't have NFL head coaching experience. He doesn't. Let's see, Charlie Strong, Raheem Morris, potentially, man, I'm excited. Dude, he's going to put together a staff, dude. He's always had a great staff. That's one of the positives. But the cons is he doesn't have that experience. Another con is the way he's left his last two destinations. It was not very good. It was not very good. It was very questionable the way he left those two destinations, man. So those things are cause for concern. Some of the pros is Urban Meyer knows football. He's a football guy through and through. Urban knows football, and he knows quarterbacks. Not to poo-poo Tebow, not to poo-poo Alex Smith, not to poo-poo any of those quarterbacks at Ohio State, but he is a quarterback whisperer. He made those guys better than they probably actually were. And one of them, Alex Smith, was really, really good. The rest leave a lot to be desired. But he knows quarterbacks. And that's the most important position on the field. Bringing in a new quarterback and giving him to Urban Meyer, I have the utmost confidence. And I'm so excited to see that play out. See, Meyer will surprise everyone. He knows the game. Yeah, Paul, he knows the game. You can't refute that. You can't dispute it. You can't debate it. He knows the game. He knows football. He is an offensive guru. And I think that he's a great manager of egos. That Florida team had a ton of egos, man. You had a ton of guys who were superstars who were pretty much going to the NFL. And the infighting in that locker room, for him to keep hold it together as long as he did, because they had their problems. 46 arrests in his tenure there, with Percy Harvin beating up strength coaches and not wanting to work out and all kind of crazy stuff. And we heard about, Mr. The former tight end for Florida and the Patriots and, his transgressions. So he held that thing together with spit, grit, and duct tape. He's a great manager of ego. So I think he'll be good with grown men. Criminals. Hey, man, I'm just saying. Those are the reports. That's what came out. So I think Urban, he'll get it done. I think this will be, because if they get the quarterback right, and I think Trevor Lawrence is the guy. I don't think Fields is the guy. I had a feeling that, he might like Fields and might want Fields, but they say he has a great relationship with Trevor Lawrence already. So Trevor's going to be the guy. I'll be shocked if they pick Justin Fields. And I think Trevor is the right quarterback. So Urban, I think he'll get the job done. Now, one thing I want to mention too, dude, Randy Moss. Randy. I understand where you're coming from. I understand Randy wants to get on the woke train. One thing about it though, you go woke, you go broke. I'm just saying it is what it is. Randy Moss talking about the violence in Jacksonville, Florida. Randy, there's violence in plenty of NFL cities, man. Dude, Miami ain't no peach. New Orleans is still awful. Chicago, they call it Chirac, Randy. Are you serious? And why are you acting like Urban Meyer and Trevor Lawrence going to be hanging out on Canal Street? Why are you acting like they're going to be in Pickettville? Are they going to be all hanging off on Sutel, going to the Legend Center and playing pickup basketball with the urban youth or something like that? No, them dudes going to be either in Nocatee, they're going to be in Ponte Vedra, St. Augustine. They're not going to be in those parts of Jacksonville, man. And then in your gated community, Randy, anything bad, your neighbor can get pissed off at you and want to do something bad to you and something to happen. So, dude, it doesn't matter where you are. Bad things are going to happen no matter where you are. But you want to talk about the crime rate? Come on, Randy. But I know what it is. People crap on Jacksonville. They do. From the national media has always crapped on Jacksonville. I mean, it is what it is. We need more things to do here. I know we got to develop more, and I understand that, but this is not a bad place to live. And I hate the narrative that's always pushed by the media, man. There's a lot of talented individuals here in this city. I've met them, men and women. Jacksonville has a lot going for itself. It's still a developing city. Cut it out, man. Cut it out. And Trevor Lawrence's Urban Meyer is going to bring buzz to this city. Jaguars have already reported that they've already beaten last year's ticket sales. It's through the roof. It's through the roof, man. So this kid, I said it before this kid even takes a snap. The minute they say with the first pick in the NFL draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Trevor Lawrence, as soon as his name is announced, money starts flowing in this city. It does. And it's going to flow until he's Blaine Gabbert or Blake Bortles. I'm just saying, it is what it is. That's what it's going to be, man. So I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for what's to come. And let's be honest, Jaguar fans, let's be honest. Urban Meyer can be no worse than what we've already had. We're talking about 100 losses in 8 years, man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying you can't be any worse than what we've had. So I'm ready to see what Urban Meyer can do with this team and how they're going to build it. Because one thing I know Urban Meyer is going to do, he's going to build this team inside out. They're going to build the lines. They're going to build the offensive line, and they're going to build the defensive line. They're going to build the lines because no matter where Urban was, the lines were excellent. Offensive and defensive lines. That's where the game is won. If they build offensive and defensive lines, we're going to win some games, people. But like I say, I'm optimistic. I can't wait to see where this goes. I think that's about it. We're going to do a short live today. Yeah, it's about 30 minutes. I want to cut down on my time because I know people attention span, they ain't about to sit up and watch, just about any content for 30 minutes, let alone me sit up and talk about sports. But I appreciate y'all. Let's see. They talking about trading our second and third pick to get Pitts. I'm with it. Pitts or Devontae Smith. Either one, Jakar. Pitts or Devontae Smith. I'm with it, man. Either one of those guys. Go get them. Please, go get them. Or if you want to see, let's say Julio becomes available. You need to be in on the Julio train. If OBJ becomes available, you need to be on the OBJ train. I was listening to other sports shows, and I forgot which one I was watching, but they talked about certain quarterbacks that have made a jump. Josh Allen made a significant jump because who did the Bills trade for in the offseason? Stephon Diggs, elite wide receiver. Kyler Murray took a significant jump this year. Who did they trade for? DeAndre Hopkins, elite wide receiver. That's why Lamar needs receivers. That's why Trevor Lawrence is going to need receivers. So if receivers come available, whether it's the draft or it's via trade from another team, go get them, please. They are important. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in, rocking with me. I think today was a pretty good show, man. I'm telling you, doing this, I get more and more comfortable every time I'm doing it. I can't wait to really get the show where I want it. Get my animations going. I'm gonna get me a soundboard, man. I'm gonna do it up, man, because dude, I could pump out this content, and it's not just sports. I'm gonna pump out all kind of stuff, man. That time is coming. But until then, man, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I appreciate all the support. For those who just watch, and I don't know if you don't like or subscribe, whatever, but you give me a view. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, because you could have seen, oh, this Brandon went live again. I don't want to listen to that. No, you viewed it anyway. I appreciate it, man. It helps me grow. But man, until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.